Hello.
Oh yes, we are coming right at you again with yet another video.
Because we have a couple things to discuss about Chuckarino. Okay?
Otherwise known as Chuckarooski, Charles, and plain old Chuck.
Plain old Ren. Okay.
Or Ren, yes.
Here's our thing. You guys know that we have been firm believers in the fact that it would either A, turn out to be Ren, which was our number one suspect the whole time, or...
Really quick question before we continue here. You have the phone in the other direction.
It don't matter.
Are you sure?
I'm panicking.
As long as we're not going to be upside down. That's all I'm saying.
God.
Continue.
So, we have either... Number one, friggin' numero
uno, yes.
We have either always said Ren, or Ezra has been a suspect of ours before. We've talked about this, we've discussed it, we were never opposed to the theory, whatever. Until tonight.
However, in light of events where we went back and rewatched That Was No Stone Unturned, correct?
6-6.
The conversation that takes place between Mona and the girls while discussing Leslie, I think I'm Roy Orbison because I wear 35,000 pairs of glasses that are all the same friggin' stone.
Here's what was said. We've learned thus far that Charles was a patient at Radley, and Mona confirmed that Leslie was no fan of Bethany. They did not get along.
She hated that girl, were Mona's words.
She hated that girl. And that Leslie was only trying to pass off the fact that she's sane, I guess, instead of psycho. But we also learned that 2 patients escaped Radley that night. One of them was Bethany, the other Charles. So, please,
pray tell,
please, if you can give us an explanation as to how Ezra could be Charles had he had escaped that night, how the hell was Ezra meeting up with Allison, taking her to fucking Philadelphia or New York or wherever the hell his museum is?
Yeah. In the Halloween episode 213, how in the fuck is he bumping into Aria at Hollis College in 2008?
When he's supposed to be in Radley.
Until the night that Allison disappeared, which was September 1st, 2009.
Now, please, I do not want to hear people argue the fact, well, Mona escaped when she needed to and got back in. Okay, escaping when you need to and get back in for a couple hours, whatever. But is he escaping to take fucking college courses? And he's gone for the whole day? And then he's meeting up with Allison later that night? Like,
how, pray tell, would he, and one could argue the fact about Ren too, but that's sketchy in and of itself. How, pray tell, would he be able to complete a degree and become a teacher if he's holed up at Radley?
I don't even believe that Ren has a degree.
I don't either. Because he has 30,000 of them.
I believe that Ren, we're going to find out that he was never really a doctor.
Never really a doctor. He was just a doctor, in quotation marks, on the police board at the police station.
Like, I feel like, okay, I know that this sounds crazy, but let's say I walk into the hospital down the road. Okay? I've got a stethoscope around my neck, and I've got a fucking doctor's... So I got scrubs on and everything. Do you really think anybody's going to question me?
Not really.
If it's that easy for someone to get credentials, especially hello, that, you know what I mean? He could falsify his documents. He could do whatever he needs to. He could possibly be absolutely working at the hospital, but...
For ulterior motives and ulterior motives alone.
But I also feel like maybe he never really graduated. Like, which brings us back to our original point. Wasn't it a little weird that he's supposedly a doctor, but he doesn't know any Latin?
Exactly. And that was
That is,
touched
like, the
upon
number-
in season 1.
That is like the number one language you learn when you're a doctor, correct?
It is definitely one of them because I needed to learn it when I was going to nursing school.
So, I'm not saying that Ren does not actually
I'm not a nurse.
work at the hospital or anything like that, but I don't believe that he actually obtained a degree to be able to do it. I believe that any kind of, oh yeah, I went to this school, I went to here, I went this, anything that he did, I believe was falsified. So,
and before you sit there and say that he wasn't, no way that he's able to falsify, bullshit.
We've seen A
Look
do
at all
fucking
the
a
stuff
lot of shit.
Exactly. So before you start on that friggin' argument, slow your roll, please.
But
thank you.
we are not, we're just trying to, we are not trying to shove our Ren theory down anybody's throat. That is not it.
It is our opinion. You might have different.
However, we are just trying to say that
plausibly speaking, he is the only person that makes freaking sense. And that is it.
We don't even want him to be A. We want to be surprised.
Yes.
We want to be surprised. Trust us when we tell you.
If you didn't hear us the 35,000 times that we said it in last night's video, we'll say it again. We want to be shocked.
I would love nothing more than for it to be somebody other than Ren, Ezra, or Toby. Anybody else other than that, I'd be fine with. Anyone. I'm not gonna be okay with Reese. Or freaking Clark Bar, okay? Within reason. But what else was I gonna say? There was one other thing that I wanted to say before we get into our Ren theory backstory. So yes, we're not trying to shove our theory down anyone's throat. However, if they decide to choose Ezra as Charles, and come the finale we find out Ezra is Charles, then you guys can all go back and you can see how the fuck was he supposed to be in Radley this whole time, but yet during the day taking college courses, then later on that night sitting on a fucking couch reading a book at the bar, and he taking Allison to the museum and doing all this shit.
Well, that would have been after Charles escaped from Radley, that he met up with Arya in that bar, because that's when she went back
that's
to
after. That's a year after. But I'm talking about anything that he ever did with Allison. Never it could have never happened. He was supposed to be in Radley. Same thing with the bumping into Arya at Hollis. Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be in Radley right now. Oh, you escaped your room to go take a couple college courses? That's great for you. No, it doesn't happen that way.
And if it turns out that it is, then that is a big
error. Big error
on the part of the writers of Pretty Little Liars.
Yes. So if it does happen, we're not saying it can't happen, because I have no faith in these writers anymore. None. Literally none. They have left so many holes in stories.
But we're getting the answers in 610. Don't worry about it.
No, but here's the thing, though.
Back to season 1.
But seriously, though, let's talk about the age of Charles, Jason, and Allison.
Well, considering that Charles is 15 months older than Jason.
And he's supposed to be 5 years older, 4 or 5 years older than Allison. Who the fuck was that little girl at the party? Because that was not a 5-year difference between Jason and that girl.
Abs to the fucking literally not.
That's what I'm saying. So, and Allison claims to have remembered it, so either she's lying about remembering it, or they were completely wrong with
Let's just say that it was Cousin Freddie's 10th birthday party. And, yeah.
Ha! No!
Sorry, text. Let's just say that it was Cousin Freddie's 10th birthday party, making Allison 5. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to remember partaking in sharing frosting.
I don't remember what I did last year for my birthday. For my birthday.
I don't remember what I did this past year for my birthday.
Oh, she's the coup de grace at fucking remembering shit, so don't let her fool you.
For real, though. I don't even remember what the hell I did for my birthday. I am the coup de grace of remembering stupid trivia.
Okay.
Numbers and the like.
Anyway.
But anyway.
Allison remembers.
Allison remembers this. So, one would assume that either that in the video... I don't even
know what to say.
I can't.
Let's talk Ren for a minute here. And I know you guys are sick of hearing us talk about him.
But coming at you in 4 more minutes is another video where we're going to get into further details. So let's start.
Well, do you want to just stop this one and restart a new one?
You know what? Why don't we do that?
So that was our Ezra is not Charles theory video.
We will be right back.